Hi everybody, how are you? I hope you're doing great. I can't believe that we're in December. It's like this year has just flown by. Next week actually makes a year that I've moved back to Canada, and it's been a real exercise in surrendering, which actually is very timely for this video on believing. So a year ago I was still living in Berlin, and I was working on my business and dancing and doing all the things that were really close to my heart in order to get me towards the goals that I had set for myself, in order to follow my passions. And then I unexpectedly moved back to Vancouver to be closer to my family, which has been great because I have a new nephew and he is adorable. He's so chubby and huggable and squeezable, and he is the happiest person I have ever come across in my entire life. So it's been wonderful to get to know him. And with that brought big change because I had to start my business all over again. And with this brought up so much belief in me. And I mean, it was a total 360. And in the end, I decided to go back to work and get sort of a more 9-to-5 job, and which would enable me to have the cash flow and the structure in order to continue building my business. Now, I do have a workshop coming up next March in Vancouver, so stay tuned for that. I will be starting to promote that very, very soon. And in the meantime, like, having kind of this detour has really made me dig deep to keep my belief strong. And when you're asking for a miracle, it's especially, I mean, for example, okay, there is a thing about beginner's luck. You ask for a miracle and things happen. And remember, a miracle is a change in perception from fear to love. So you notice that when you change that internal condition, then things start to manifest around you. But you do get tested. And I feel like this testing period has really been happening a lot over the past year. And I've had to dig deep to stay in belief, because it would be so easy to get into a funk. And I do, you know, we're all human. And I've really had to stay strong to see that this is still part of my path, that it's my goals are still being created, because I think everything is created on the energetic plane before it manifests in the physical. So knowing that everything is still in my favor, and then having to dig deep and stay strong to my belief, I've realized is an essential ingredient to creating miracles. You know, if we live in such an instant gratification generation where we expect everything to happen now. And this is a big challenge for me, because I am a creator and I'm a creative, and I'm used to being able to snap things out. And now all of a sudden I'm being asked to stay patient, and this is not my natural forte. And so I'm really, again, having to stay strong in my belief that everything that I am trying to create and everything that I've been asking for will materialize. And faith opens a door, you know, faith and belief opens a door, because, you know, having that belief takes a lot of the kind of the junk out of the way. It would be really easy to question, it's my path, this is my path, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Does life want me to succeed? Does life have my back? You know, all of this stuff that, you know, goes around in our head all day long. And I just eliminate all that noise and just stay focused on my goals. And I do have to take action, but it's inspired action. And I'm open to guidance, and I'm acting on the guidance that I'm receiving. And belief makes that happen. Because, like I said, I'm getting rid of all that noise. I'm just staying focused on what I'm trying to create. Now, not focused like tunnel vision, but also, you know, looking at what are the possibilities, looking at the opportunities that are coming my way. When, you know, I've had a lot of people contact me about doing collaborations, and I'm always interested to connect with people, because I always think, you know, there's a door that can be opened. And if I were just focused on only what I wanted to create and in my way, then that would not be using my guidance that I'm receiving at all, because you want to stay open to things, and you want to stay in belief and trust that everything is in your favor. Believing that everything is in your favor is probably the hardest thing you can ever do. And, you know, because life's going to throw you curveballs. It happens for all of us. And it's about how we master those curveballs that makes all the difference. And staying in belief that even the curveballs are in our favor, because maybe we needed to detour. Maybe we needed to find some new information in order to get towards our goals. You know, in this case, I'm really loving my job, and I really love my bosses. And it's been lovely to work with people who are so nice. And it's been great for my confidence levels as well, because I'm working with the top people in the company. So it's been great to see kind of where I perform in the grand scheme of things, which has been really lovely. And I've been able to create a lot of stability and structure that I wasn't able to when I was freelancing and being self-employed. And it's really nice to have, a lot of expenses covered, like medical expenses and benefits and all those things that come with being in the real world. And it would be really easy to look at this and be like, but what about my dreams? And what about my goals? But I'm staying trusting and in faith and believing that this is just all part of the path en route to the goals. And it's making me the person that I need to be, which I think is first and foremost, because we need to, if, for example, if I asked to be a billionaire tomorrow, I wanted to be able to keep the money in the bank and not maybe blow it, then maybe I needed certain financial acumen, which on my way I am learning more and more about in order to help me to be my best self when that goal does materialize, when that dream materializes. And so these are all stepping stones on our path to having the lives that we want, knowing, of course, that we will get there. The how is none of our business. It's just by taking those inspired steps every single day. And belief is the thing that's going to turn it around the most, because the belief is what is going to help us stay true to our path and to continue to move forward. And both taking action and being in our being, because sometimes we don't need to take action. Sometimes we just need to be in our alignment, when our thoughts and our feelings and our words and our actions are all working coherently together. And, we're not losing extra energy sabotaging ourselves. We're clear and we're focused on ourselves, and then we just flow with life. And believing allows us to stay in the flow of life. This is the biggest thing, is believing. Just to repeat it, there's a moment of genius, I feel, right there. Believing is what helps us to stay in the flow of life. So this is what my videos are going to be all about this month. Please do continue watching, and please let me know your feedback. I would love to know if this has helped you in any way. And if you have any topics you'd like me to cover off in these videos, I'd be delighted to. And if you're in Vancouver, I hope to see you at my workshop in March. Take good care.